Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Backpack Trader Training Room for Wednesday, April 16th. Please note the required risk disclosure. This room is for educational and information purposes only. It is not financial advice. Trading of this type carries substantial risks and should only be attempted with funds you can afford to do without. All right, let's set that aside. We do have a crude oil inventory session today. Crude has taken a very small stop and reverse loss on its first trade, 62.04 to 62.08. So 4-tick risk, 8-tick loss. And we're in the long for trade number 2. Unleaded went one and done this morning. Trade right at 9 o'clock. Came back up, gave us another chance to get in if you didn't get in to start with. Target 1 traders pick up 51 ticks. Target 2 traders pick up 79. And we get $457 for the entry, $391 for the trailing stop. We get 66 ticks. Plus 117 for target 1 traders, plus 140. No, plus 145 for target 2 traders, and a one and done session. So we'll go ahead and bring micro NQ forward. Market is open now. That trade is a little too fast to have caught. That one also 6 seconds, almost to the money management. Now we're in the short, definitely in this trade on the YM. 37 tick target. That's an avoidable short. The long, probably in that trade. And that's going to be a winner. That's going to be tracking. $86.1. So that's going to be 85.4, I believe. And that's where it's going to stop out, is 85.4. So targets 3 and 4 on trade number 1. Okay, this is a trade right at our start time. There again, high volatility market. I'm not going to take it until it's gone back up and come down through the entry. So that would be avoided. And then we now have a short trade set up. Has not triggered in yet. And that one you're not going to get away from. That one's going to be a full loss. And now a long trade. Initial touch. I'm going to call that's get in sync that didn't get in sync. That's an avoided trade. All right, crude with the long trade. Trade number 2, that hits targets 1 and 2. That will get us done. Actually, no, it won't. We are going to go to targets 2 and 3 because that's a stop and reverse. And target 1 becomes less than 10 ticks. So 16 goes to 18. We do get target 2. And we are at 09 for the stop. Since we do have a target in hand, I'm not going to let that go negative. All right, Pound Aussie short has canceled. Long also has canceled. So flat on the Pound Aussie. Break-even trade on Micro NQ. Let's see, what has soybeans done? Picked up a short trade. Soybeans is short. Stop at 41 1/4. Soybeans definitely up. New session high at 40 3/4. And that's what this trade is off of, is that new session high. Looking for 35 3/4 for the target one. 8-tick target. This is a valid trade on the micro NQ, hitting the stop before it came down and hit the entry. So this is one we will have to track manually. The calculator's not going to track it because it did hit both the entry and target on the same bar. So the calculator doesn't understand. That's a break-even trade on Micro Russell. That's an avoided trade on the Micro NQ. We are actually, oh, that's interesting. We're actually still in the, it's not avoided. It's just hasn't, well, that hit the entry and the stop unadjusted. So cancel that, and we take a full stop on the short trade. Target on soybeans, target 1 for 8 ticks. Long trade on the Micro Russell. That's a little bit larger trade than usual, so target 1, yeah, 18 ticks, so that's at least our minimum. So target 1 is our money management level. We are trailing on the Micro Russell trade, and that's break even. And that's a break even stop out. So the target had been target 2. No, we wouldn't have moved the targeting. Definitely in this short trade, yeah, same trade that we just stopped out of on the Micro NQ. Couple of break-even trades on Micro Russell, and a new short setup that triggers in. Key level adjustment showing that target 1 is too small. It's only 0.9, so we're going to have to go 5 ticks below that for money management. So it'll be 84.5. It looks, no, A46. Crude still long. Soybeans. Bouncing off the 50 a little bit. Let's see if it stops us out. So 8 ticks on target 1, 3 additional ticks for 3 positions. 2 3/4 points on the morning. 1 and done. Winning trade on the short. Picking up targets 3 and 4. And trailing on Micro Russell. And we pick up a short trade on not micro. 12 pip minimum for target 1. Micro NQ was a break even before pushing solidly down. And some noise on the YM. Was following that as we went. Stop out on the trailer on the Micro Russell, and we now have a long setup. We've hit the stop, but not the entry. So its trade's still valid. Move up 2 ticks. And now we have a short trade. We're going to move up to 5. That trade cancels because we did get the short set up. Another key level causing a... So we've got to move down 5 ticks to get to our 14. That's going to be 79.5. We are short on the pound Aussie. I've lost count of trades that we've taken in various places. So let's go back and see what YM did. That's right. That was a winning trade there. That was a no trade. This was a no trade, I believe. Yeah, 6 seconds to there and didn't never come back, so that was a no trade. Nope, that was a no. That long was a no trade. So yeah, 1 and done on the short. on the YM. Break even on Micro Russell if it's tradable. I suspect we maybe are 6 trades on the Micro Russell. Target on Pound Aussie. So target 1, 12 pips. Going to be a one and done session there. Micro Russell with a, looks like a break even. Couple of tick loss. That's going to be a key level, I would imagine. Yeah. Yeah, 885 flat. 85.1 was, so 85.2. Yeah, it was a major key level. That's why the adjustment. Lost a couple of ticks there. We're now in the short. Well, that looks like it's going to go for a full stop out. Need to move down 3. So that's going to be 80.9. No, we survived in that one. And there's money management. 82.8 for the stop. $80.9 for money management. Target 2 for Pound Aussie. 19 pips. That's 31 in hand. Trailer at 0821. So unleaded is done. The YM is done. Pound Aussie's in a power quitting trade. And soybeans is done. Crude, I believe. Yeah, crude is done. Getting it. Now that's, yeah, small loss in target 1 and a break, essentially break even trailer. Target 2 was 14, 15 ticks. Yeah, that's definitely going to be positive. So, and very solid winner on the Micro Russell. I'm sure we're at 6 trades there. Targets 3 and 4 and a good trailer here. No 10 a.m. crude mini session. We do have an inventory report today. And Micro Russell stopping out. I'm going to stop tracking it there because I'm sure we're at 6 trades already. Another short micro Russell or micro NQ rather. Not quite to money management yet. Now we have money management. Stop at 551.5. Check number of trades after this. We get, no, we only got to 551.25, so we're still in the short. That's a no trade. This is, we didn't hit the entry there. That's one of those that I probably would have waited out and avoided. That's avoidable. That's avoidable. That one's too fast. That one is too fast. That's before start time anyway. Yeah, this one I've said was a no trade based on our start time. This was a no. That was a no. This is a break even for one. Wait, there says that's we definitely are in the trade. Didn't trigger. That one was a no trade. That was a full stop out after everything happened. So that's trade 2. 3 is a break even. A fairly good chance to get in that one. So that's 4 is a break even. Call that 5 as a break even. Six is a break even. So yeah, we're done. And the 7 would have been a break even. The short goes nicely, but after our session, hitting targets 2 and 3. Target 3 on the pound Aussie. Another 27 pips. 58 pips in hand. Final goal is target 4. Everything else is done. That's their only active trade now. We are at 10 o'clock. So we can follow this one for a few more minutes. But it's going to be a winning session. Micro NQ probably is a losing session. I think we had 1 loss in there amongst 5 break evens. Micro Russell's kind of mixed bag. But crude, unleaded, YM, soybeans, pound Aussie, all positive. Pound Aussie getting very close to target 4. Trailer is in between targets 1 and 2 now. There's target 4. Already at 58 plus another 34 pips. 88, 92 pips on this trade. Stop at 806. Entry at 824. So we've got 18 ticks on the trailer. So we're already at least 110 pips positive on this trade. Stop's not going anywhere on this bar. Yeah, maybe it will. No. It's still going to be at Still going to be at 6. Possibly, I don't know. Possibly 3. No, it's now in the range where it'll go to 803. The balance line's at 8012, so that's you round down to 80. That'll be 8013, 8012, 8032, and that would round down to 803. rounding down at two or below. Yep, comes down to 803. That's another 3 pips. No move on the stop on this bar. Crude continuing to set new session highs. We may have a rather lackluster inventory report with crude kind of on the move at this point. And another move down. About 4 minutes before I'm going to have to close down. 801 for the stop. So we're at 115 pips. If we get no more movement, no move on that bar. Bar closed above the balance line, so stock doesn't move. We closed below the balance line here. Looks like we got up into the 797 range. Got a couple of swings there. I think I would leave the stop at 801. Even though it's going to come down to, it's going to try to come down to 797. And we can get it down and close. Let that major key level work for us in this case. Risking 4 pips to have a chance of considerably more, but ended up with an up close and stopping out at 801. So 115 pips on that trade. All of our charts are done. Haven't had that in a while. Everything was done before the crude session. So unless there are questions, put those in the chat. Got just a couple of minutes. I can see if I can answer questions, or we can move them on over to the inventory report session. All right, looks like everybody's moving over to this inventory report session, so I will do the same. Everybody have a good one. We will see you shortly.